What's up, guys? Welcome back to Collecting and Hobbies, and today we're going to do another Marvel Legends series Totally Awesome Hulk Build a Figure Wave action figure review, also known as the Marvels Wave or the Captain Marvel 2 Wave. The Marvels does serve as a sequel to Captain Marvel, so you could call it Captain Marvel 2, but due to the storyline, technically it could be Captain Marvel 3 or 4 or 5. It's much into the future after where we leave off in the original Captain Marvel movie from 2019. So, yeah. So that's why they're calling it the Marvels. Um, and, well, for other reasons. Because Captain Marvel's in it. There's Miss Marvel. And then you got who they're calling Photon. We'll get into that a little bit later when we get into Photon the review. But here's the totally awesome Hulk Build-A-Figure. These are the 6 figures that you need to make him. This is Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I did watch the first episode of this the other day, and I would say it was very interesting. Not quite at what what I expected. It watch it. It's pretty good, and it's not that bad. Anyway, it's a little. I don't know. Anyway, there's only I think 6 episodes or something like that. It's on Disney Plus. It's like 49 minutes for the first episode. I think the 4 minutes of that is credits at the end. So it's basically like an hour-long TV show without the commercials. Anyway, here's a cat, a Flarnick. I think that's what they're called. Not specifically Goose, but I guess one of her kittens or his girlfriend's kittens. I don't remember if Goose was a girl or a boy. I'm getting confused now. But anyway, it's not Goose. It's just one of the mini kittens or cats that look like cats, but they're really aliens with these big tentacle things. But we get that as an accessory, which is pretty cool. It's almost like a second figure. Of course, it doesn't have any articulation, but it's a pretty big chunk of plastic. Anyway, here's Kamala Khan. I believe this is from the Marvels movie, of course. It's a different costume than the one she wears in the actual TV show. And if you've seen the preview of this, the the trailer to the Marvels, the way she acts, she's a big, huge fangirl of Captain Marvel. That's her favorite superhero. And she loves the Avengers, Captain America. She's been drawing pictures of them since she was a little girl, all sorts of stuff. Then, if you've seen that trailer and you see the way she acts, you would definitely understand it if you see the TV show. Now, if we're looking at the likeness here, that's the major thing that a lot of people are talking about. The way she looks here, and the way she looks there, and the way she looks here, some people kind of have an issue with it. But now we're going to talk about, well, the figure itself. Okay, it comes with a body for the Hulk. It comes with the Flarnick, or whatever they're called. This picture right there, that's a really good picture. It's really captures Kamala Khan's. It captures her well, her character. She's really smiley, really happy when she wants to be an Avenger and all that stuff. She comes with an extra pair of hands. She comes with the cat. So we already said, and the body. So she has technically 1, 2, 3, 4 accessories. She does not come with any special effects for her hands, or she does have a special pair of gloves, at least in the first episode of the thing that her friend makes for her. It's not a real big spoiler or anything, but anyway, kind of look like Ronda Rousey gloves, but they light up. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this figure. And first of all, her accessories. I did notice there's some kind of gap there on the. It kind of looks like a wrinkle in his shorts. It's very obvious though. See, if you see that. I don't know if that's a defect. Kind of looks like, I think it is, but anyway, it's probably not going to make a big deal because you're not going to really see that part. It'll be up on his thigh swivel there. So she comes with that. Here are the 2 hands that she comes with. Little claw hands. That's what they look like. Or kind of like creating magic hands. Like creating a fireball or power ball. A ball of power, something like that. So I cut that off. I don't know if you heard me, but create a ball of energy. That's what these are for. That's what it looks like. Okay, so let's go over her other accessory, the flarkin. Flarkin, that's how you say it. It's got a nice little rubbery tail. I believe it has painted eyes. Yeah, they're green. Green-eyed cat. Lots of detail. The fur. Again, no articulation. It's just a lot of tentacles coming out of his mouth. Let's see, we got Captain America over here. So it definitely goes around the figures. And he does stand up pretty easily. Pop them down. You got that little, oops. See, it's flat on the bottom so it'll stand. Oops. There we go. So this is the 4th figure in the wave that we've reviewed so far. And, jeez, just knocking stuff over everywhere. I got all these figures here. It's like a whole bunch of figures. Anyway, so this is the 4th figure in the wave that we've reviewed. Captain America was the last one, or Commander Rogers. Who was before that? Oh yeah, Marvel Boy and Karnak. And supposedly, what's his name? Amadeus Cho, also known as this totally awesome Hulk. There's rumors that he's in the movie as well. So these actually all go together well, technically. All 7 of them. Oh, wait. I don't know about Iron Man. The Rebirth Iron Man, I don't know anything about that. But anyway, the other 6, at least, the ones that do the Build-A-Figure, they do go together pretty well. Now, here's her likeness. From certain angles, especially that right there, with the really bright light right there, it really captures her likeness. The big smile. I actually saw a spot in the trailer. I don't know if I'll edit it in, probably not, but there is a spot in the trailer where she looks exactly like that. And it literally looks dead on, spot on, perfect 10 kind of thing, where I think that's the picture that they used. But if you she doesn't look the same, obviously, because, well, they had to shoot the TV show at one point, and they had to shoot the movie at one point. So at some point, she's a little bit older, and she's supposed to be playing a 16-year-old. So she's in like high school and everything, and her everybody's starting to think she's crazy or something because all she talks about is the Avengers, because they have this Avengers Comic Con convention thing, Avenger Con, first ever. All right, anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the figure. This is the bracelet. I don't remember having any green color in the TV show, so maybe it's from the movie. I mean, this whole outfit's from the movie. It's a completely different outfit than what she wears in the TV show, actually. So, I think, yeah, because they made a figure of that, and this is completely different. So, she's got some gold accents on her feet, on her shoes. She's got some gold on her left leg or right leg, her left leg. She believe it should be blue right there. Not empty space. A couple of little extra drops of gold. The paint job's a little. Could be better, a little bit better. She does have an extra point of articulation here. I noticed with where the bracelet's at, and as you can see, she can go a full 180 with her arm, double jointed elbows. One thing that everybody likes. She has side to side on her hands. I believe these do too. Yes, both of these are the same as far as that goes. And oh, okay, so this one goes up and down. This one's got a vertical hinge. So, one thing people are wondering, like, well, why does she have a vertical hinge? It's a gripping hand. Captain Marvel, I believe, comes with that exact same hand. I don't remember Photon did, but so you could actually twist. Yeah, you could twist this. I don't know if this comes off, and I'm not even going to try. But I normally don't do the hand swaps or head swaps. I don't know about this. If that's accurate. Should there be stripes down there? I don't know. This is a very pliable rubber. And actually, her entire lower half of her dress here is made of the exact same stuff. It is very, very thin and rubbery. But it's also very, very tight and blocks off a lot of articulation. But the good thing is she could at least get one leg up on the competition. Anyway, so she can do, I mean, if she's straight up and that's going all the way out. So she could basically do a full split if this wasn't in the way. It does block that off quite a bit. So if you want to put a slit in here, like they did on this side, which I think is already accurate to the movie anyway, I would, so if you go down the middle part, you don't obviously really need to do it here because I just showed you she can go all the way up. But on this side, okay, so this is the bigger seam and probably a good place to put it. Or you could put it right here. That way you're not breaking up anything. It's like you're breaking up the red from the blue, and it probably would look better, I would guess. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I don't think I've done that before. Never modified a figure to... But anyway, let's go over articulation. So as you can see, she got the bicep swivel. I've already shown the double jointed. You can see that she's got side to sides on this hand, the up and down vertical hinge on the trigger finger hand, which I guess she might have something in the movie later on. I don't know. As far as her head is on the new version, as you can see, the new version of the body mold, where it doesn't have any kind of joint. Now, she can look down. Well, she can look down a lot if you push it, but it just goes right back up. She does have quite a bit of, well, maybe not. Her hair will get in the way. Let's see. If her arm's not in the way, her hair, well, her hair does block a lot of articulation. But anyway, this figure does look way better in person than it does maybe in pictures. So, or at least my copy does. If they do it right, if they print it right, then it should look great. So she does. This is a separate piece. That's what I was trying to get at. But see, there's no hinge in the neck, so it is the neck as a solid piece with a barbell or a dumbbell joint on the inside of it. So and she gets a lot of range. I mean, she can go 360 around, but she gets some decent range going backwards. And just a little bit going forwards, not a whole lot. Like I said, if you put a split here, she can do the full splits. She can do a full. She can't kick up very high that way, but she can kick up high this way. So I don't know. You put a slit here too, maybe. Slit here and a slit either here or here would open everything up, so you have full range of motion. She's got pinless, double jointed knees. Can kick her on back. She's got a lot of articulation in the foot, going backwards. Pretty good going forwards too. And of course, she's got the ankle pivot. She's also not. I think she's the only one that's not wearing heels of the three girls that they made for this movie. So I don't know if that means she's shorter. We will compare her with Photon and, of course, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, when I get to it. So the fourth figure. Okay, Karnak I knew nothing about when I got these. Got him for the Build-A-Figure piece. He's a good figure, well articulated, except for basically in the hips where they don't go out very far. He great for flying poses. I don't know if he flies. I don't think he does. As far as Commander Rogers, we did him last. His shield won't go on his arm probably without breaking it, so that's kind of a bad thing. He also has that same problem with Karnak, where that's as far as he goes. So I like them to be well articulated. As far as Marvel Boy goes, right over here, he can pretty much do the full splits. I really like these two probably the best out of the wave so far. I have not bought a Miss Marvel yet until now. So the Marvels, I'm very excited for the movie. I want to see the movie. I love Captain Marvel. So she really is my favorite figure of the wave so far. But Kid Marvel Boy over there is probably my second. Captain America, Rogers, whatever, is my third, and Karnak, simply because I just don't know the character. He's my fourth favorite so far. And if we're including this little Flarnak, since he's not articulated, I would actually put him over Karnak as well. And we'll get to Hawk when we get to Hawk, and the same with Photon and Captain Marvel. So that's it for this particular. She looks good. I don't. She may not look like baby fat, chubby, or I mean the little, not really chubby, but the super young right there. A little bit of baby fat left on her cheeks or whatever, but she may not look that young or like that. But when you smile, it accentuates your cheekbones. It does that. That's a natural thing. Hasbro has a problem with doing this with a lot of figures, like say like Kimberly, from example, for the Lightning collection back in 2019 when they first made Kimberly. They had the same kind of thing with her, and it kind of makes her look a little goofy or a little bit like Kimmy Gibbler. It kind of messes with the likeness because it just does. It makes the face look a different shape, and I get it, but she's also not wearing a mask here for the first time of her characters. They made an animated version of her. They made the Disney Plus version of her with the mask and again a different costume. So if you don't really like this face, you could put the masked one on there, but it's more of a metallic turquoise blue. You can repaint it a little, get another one. She's pretty cheap, I think. Maybe. I think at one point she was going for like $10 online. I'm talking about the older one, the one from Disney Plus. So if you really just don't like it, and you want the Hulk Build-A-Figure, or you want this thing, swap the heads. If you only want one Miss Marvel, just paint her up. But that other one probably also had a longer skirt, so it probably hinders a lot of articulation. The last one from Disney Plus, I believe. Possibly, I don't remember. So that's the thing with her. She normally wears something that goes down to, her legs, and part of her legs covers up the upper part, like a skirt type thing. Kind of looks like a Power Ranger, now I think about it. Anyway, but I still like the figure. I'd say it's a pickup, especially if you need this, or if you're just going to get the Marvels movie figures. She's definitely a pickup. She's one of the main characters, one of the top 3 characters, obviously. So you need her, you need Brie, or Carol Danvers, the regular Captain Marvel, and you need Photon. And Photon is supposedly, I guess, not her best friend. Okay, in the first movie, she has a best friend. She goes down there and visit, and she has a daughter. What I'm understanding is Photon is technically her best friend's daughter, and it's much more in the future. That's what I was saying. So there could be a Captain Marvel too. So it's not her friend that's Photon, it's her daughter. So, which is basically, she would call Carol Auntie Carol or whatever, so that would make her niece. That's kind of what the synopsis actually says from the Disney website. So it's basically her niece. Photon is her niece. The little girl, not the one that was the same age as Carol. So I guess Carol doesn't age because of her superpowers. Well, actually, I know she doesn't. So that's part of her thing. Anyway, enough with this. Let's go on to Photon, and then we'll do Captain Marvel. And of course, once we get those open, we'll have the Build-A-Figure. Or, oh, wait, you know what? I screwed up. This does not come. I already opened Photon. It doesn't come with that. It actually comes with this. So I am concerned a little bit about this neck peg. I might have to edit this video now. But it's extremely stiff. It doesn't feel like, it will move a little bit. It just feels like it's grinding against there. and supposedly the head sits pretty high. So if this is pretty much immobile, then you're not going to get a lot of neck articulation. It's only going to be from the head. But we'll talk about the hawk when we get to the hawk. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up, like, subscribe. I appreciate the views, and see you on the next one.